Good morning. I'm Councilmember Margaret Chin, Chair of the City Council's Committee on Aging, and welcome to today's hearing. Today, the committee will conduct a hearing on housing New York City seniors. Senior housing and the city's need to reach this population across all 5 boroughs is paramount. Many live on fixed income and are often rent burdened, even for those enrolled in programs to freeze their rent. Seniors are more likely to spend in excess of 30% of their income on housing than the total population, whether they rent or own. And in 2015, about 1/3 of seniors receiving SCREE pay 70% of their income on rent. While DFTA is not involved with the construction of senior affordable housing, the agency does offer certain programs to help seniors afford their housing needs. For example, the agency partners with the New York Foundation for Senior Citizens to operate a home sharing program for older adults. The home sharing program pairs individuals age 60 or older with other older adults, younger adults, or developmentally disabled individuals into homes owned by a nonprofit organization or an individual. Today, the committee would like to explore the realities of seniors who are facing losing their homes, challenges facing seniors in keeping their homes, and what reasonable accommodation can and should be provided by all housing developments to help seniors live in different housing. The committee would also like an update on the home sharing program and how the city can improve participation for this program.
As you know, DFTA, and you mentioned earlier, DFTA also supports the home sharing program, which is run by the New York Foundation for Senior Citizens. That was their brilliant inception of and innovation years ago. The foundation created a response to addressing housing needs. And we call this a boutique program because it is unique and sized to provide individual and personalized services to a select number of older adults. Through this program, the New York Foundation for Senior Citizens matches pairs, hosts who have extra private spaces in their homes or apartments to share with responsible, compatible guests seeking housing. At least one of the participants must be 60 or over. These matches are mutually beneficial. In addition to the housing and financial stability this provides, the matches also support some intergenerational relationship building. They also reduce isolation and increase social well-being. DFTA works with our sister agencies, is paramount to helping older adults maintain special stabilized housing. That's the commitment.
That's great. That is really great news. I'm so happy about that. I'm going to start a couple of questions, and then I'm going to turn to my colleagues. If they have questions, please raise your hand so that we will know to call on you. So, Commissioner, you talked about the home sharing program. So can you provide some update numbers on how many matches were made in fiscal year 2021?
Yes.
Because there was only like 10 matches as of April.
Yes, as of April 21, there were 10 matches. As mentioned, the pandemic affected many programs, including this one. Anxiety around sharing your home with someone was hard for many older adults. So last year, the program housed 32 individuals through 16 matches. So far in the first 5 months of this year, 22 people have been housed through 11 matches. This is above the target for this point in the year. Overall, the program is currently housing 78 people through 39 matches. And so that's where we're at. And those, we're looking at the pre-pandemic numbers to keep those as benchmarks.
Okay. I think one of the barriers has been that we've heard from the agency and from advocates was like the rent is very high. I mean, the rent is not low that someone could afford without some kind of city subsidy. So are there any thinking behind, like, how do we kind of improve this program? How can we recruit more hosts that will charge less rent? Because I saw the list myself. I mean, even in Manhattan, of course, it's high, but even in other boroughs. So if you're asking someone to pay over $1,000 a month just to share a room.
So yeah, and affordability is something that the New York Foundation looks at regularly. And we could not have had a better visionary and partner than the New York Foundation in this program. They're constantly working hard to come up with new outreach strategies. And they're seriously looking at some kind of cost sharing for the rental cost. But I really want to focus on what the main priorities of this program are. It never was an answer to address severe housing needs, but it was just to make sure that we had a supplement to any of all of the options that we had, that this option should be explored. But it also has not only a home stability, but it is also an income support program, because many older adult homeowners may have mortgages, second mortgages, they've refinanced and find themselves, with income insecurity to maintain and retain their home. So having a home sharing guest helps that. So it's really the tenant, the homeowner, it is the homeowner, the condo owner that looks at their financial need and addresses it that way. So that, and I know that Linda Hoffman has been a stalwart advocate in looking for ways to supplement some of that so that it doesn't become unaffordable for the tenant and still not so inexpensive that it doesn't help the homeowner maintain the cost. So it is this balance that we're always looking at. And if, it's the kind of stuff that, and which is why we call it a boutique program, because so much assessment and review has to go in from both the economic side for the homeowner as well as the safety side of both. But we also know that there's so many other benefits to this, but it's one of the issues that Linda Hoffman and us have been looking at and trying to come up with ways to address that.
Yeah, I remember, in past hearing and also talking to Linda to see if there's kind of like city subsidy that could be provided with these, whether like the voucher program could be utilized for that.